As you can see, we're walking up the main street to another place where I had an interesting episode. As you can see, right, left on top of us, walking down the main street, there's porches sticking out of the buildings. You can see over here, these builders over here are busy building us the next Shaila, putting up these structures, these metal structures, balconies hanging out from everywhere. And sometimes something can happen on one street, and on the second street they won't even know there's reason to suspect. I'm going to show you somewhere where I was once walking down the street, and with a bit of a experienced smell, I understood there was a problem. I saw a paramedic ambulance parked. No lights, no commotion around it, and it was standing there, and I could see it from before I came. Now, if there's something happening, in Bnei, you just call the ambulance. You end up with about 5 or 6 motorcycles, electric bikes, cars, sirens flashing from whatever direction, and you see there's something happening. So why would there be a paramedic ambulance sitting on a Rehov Rabbi Akiva dead? The real answer is that somebody has been declared dead, and the paramedic is not allowed to leave the scene until the police officer comes to sign that there's no suspicion of anything
criminality.
Only criminality, and they can release the body. That's the only. So if you see a paramedic ambulance sitting there calm, there's almost only one thing to. As you can see over here, things are well rigged up. When it says that in Yerushalayim they didn't have balconies sticking out, now you understand what we're talking about. Now I'm going to show you how Tumas could be on one street, and 2 streets away, people will be walking around in a very busy spot and not even knowing there's a problem. What I did then was I called up the Rav of Zaka and asked him if he could get things moving, either to release the body or to send people along. The mice said they didn't manage to get the job off the ground quick enough. This is the center of the world. After Yerushalayim, this is one of the most busiest spaces. This is the corner of Chazon Ish. We're coming to the famous Itzkovich Stiebel. So now, where I saw the paramedic ambulance was out over here. There's no reason to park an ambulance. It's the worst place in town to put any stuff moving. You make a traffic jam and everything gets congested. What happened was somebody inside here passed away. Now, let's look what happens over here. So Tumas is going to be out over here. We've got over here the overhang. And then you got this all comes joined. Can you see the double air conditioning units there? That's absolutely fine to bring things round here. There was at the time something else sticking out this way which brought it round, which had the Tumas coming round into the store over here. That's only one side. Come the next way around. Now you can see over here, we were talking now 2 buildings, but they've put in a couple of stores over here. This doesn't show up on the building plans. This is light structural work, and now we're ready on to the next building. Keep going. Look up. Anybody here has got no reason to suspect whatsoever what's happening round the corner. And you can see over here, it's not going to take very much to have something joining up to... Wow. I want to have guests just walk around Bnei Brak to do it, to get your bearings. Things can be very challenging. Over here, for example, this table over here, if it was further down, that could also be something. The Tumas would go down from the top up to the next one, a bit wider. Have something on the table, a board, a large carton of something or other, square that way, from one roof to the other.